we're live. For some reason, even though it was working fine last time, the 3D avatar is still being weird. So now we got 2D back. Hi, Sky. Sky, are you all right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, don't. Alright, can everyone see and hear us just fine? Can hear the game and stuff. And hear Sky.
Your audio sounds good.
That's good.
I'm echoey again for some reason. Yay, I love that shit.
Ah, that's odd.
I love it when I have echoes for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I love that too when I can't figure out why that's happening. It just seems to happen with guests that I have on sometimes. Technology, it sucks. We should hit things with a giant magic hammer. That'll make things better. Yeah, like Fix It Felix. From that good movie, and that less good movie. Hi Croak, hi everybody.
Hello.
Sorry for the delay, there was some technical issues happening. And there's technical issues still happening, but we're persevering.
Yay.
Did you hear that? There was like a buzz for a second. What was that? What was up with
No,
that?
I didn't hear that.
Okay, I'm just not gonna worry about that. The stream seems to be running smoothly on my end. That's the only good thing about when this tracking is not working. That means that I can observe the stream on my own phone to test things. How's everyone doing today? Sky, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm been fucking on my Persona bullshit again.
Oh yeah. I still need to play. I've made a promise a while ago to play the Persona games more. I need to work on that.
Please, you're so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to spoil most of P5 because I want you to like experience it.
Yeah. That's fair. I had Persona 5 a long time ago, but I like lost the disc for it on the PS4. It sucked. I mean, it sucked that I lost it, not the game. The game was great.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well. That's good, Subtuple Anti. Croak says, I've been listening to Honor Harrington. It's a military SF with a female lead, so I was kind of hopeful, but it's dated. Oh dear. What does SF stand for?
Fiction?
Oh wait, is it science fiction?
Because like whenever I think SF, I think of San Francisco. I guess that's because I'm a California person and I hate that.
Yeah, same.
Oh, yep, science fiction.
So dated, the bad guys are an evil progressive space empire who want to conquer the galaxy to fund the welfare state. Oh no, the fiends? Okay, well, anyway, I've been keeping you waiting for long enough. Welcome everybody to Ace Attorney Investigations, and not anything else, any other words. Oh, it's science fiction, it's a space opera, nice. Last time, when we joined our heroes, we were in the past, and we were investigating a murder that happened in a courtroom, and now we're still doing that. Hopefully it's gonna wrap up, and we can go back to the future. What was that?
Yeah, I hope it wraps up here, because, like, I'm tired of you
You're tired of... Oh, right, yeah, you. Right, that you. Yeah, well...
Yeah, not you, you.
If you're tired of me, then, you're out of luck, because you're stuck with me for the rest of this game.
So to that side. Oh yeah, I love the Persona series. I've been 3, 4, 5, and 5 Strikers, and I'm currently working on 2 Instant. Nice!
Oh, awesome. Oh, yeah.
I just finished the, what was it, like the 6th palace, so I'm about to beat the boss of the vanilla game. And then my friend got me P4, so I'm gonna start that next.
Oh, sweet. I made a promise a long time ago to do a video on P4. I need to do that at some point.
Yeah. And I've been working on Strikers I haven't touched in a while, but I'm like about to beat the fucking Tony Stark looking motherfucker.
Oh. Ace Attorney Insinuations. Yeah, that's what we're playing. Hang on, let me just... Yeah, it's set to HD. It's an odd-numbered episode, so it's HD. That's how I remember. I think you should wrap it up today. There's a fair amount still to do, but you've gotten through a lot. That's good. And I'm still just the weird Persona fan who just played 5 Tactica.
I mean, I watched a streamer play Persona 5 Vanilla and then Royal, and then I got the game, both Royal and Strikers, and then I got Persona 4, so you're not just a weird person, don't worry.
I mean, from my understanding, I don't know what's going on, but my screen is, being really weird and glitchy, but not, like the monitor is fizzling out.
It happened on my side, too.
It did? You saw that?
Yeah, for the game.
Oh. That's weird. Did it just happen again?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's happening that's making it do that, but I hope that stops happening. I just got the stream freeze right as I saw you boot the game on Steam. Oh, that's not good. The stream didn't seem to freeze on my end, which is weird.
Yeah. Fine.
Is it going? I just plugged in the controller, which usually is fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Everything's fine now? Okay.
Yeah.
It was brief and hasn't recurred. Okay. Well, let's hope that doesn't continue to happen. Oh no, controllers, yeah. Persona 4 is weird. The main character is implied to be bisexual, but it has quite a few semi-homophobic and transphobic moments. Yeah, I've heard that there's some weird stuff about that, but anyway,
I
now...
did not hear about that.
Yeah, let's just continue on with a game that has absolutely no semi-homophobic or transphobic moments.
Back to the controllers, though. I sometimes hate my Switch controller because if I have it plugged in, my Switch is off. This controller lights up because I like lights, and sometimes the lights will turn on for no reason and it freaks me out.
Oh, that's weird. I'm suspicious
so I
about
usually have to unplug it after I turn off my Switch.
I'm still suspicious that Monster Hunter World somehow got completely screwed up by using a controller with a Steam input. That's weird. Like that somehow caused the graphical quality to nosedive. That's a really bad sign. Well, we've returned. What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent? It smells like flowers.
Uncle Bad! Is this it?
Oh, Uncle Bad. Oh my god, she's
so fucking cute.
She's precious. Isn't that Detective Bad and K over there? It looks like she managed to escape the bailiff.
No, that's not quite it. Is that perfume?
It looks like Barbie brand perfume.
Aw, too bad, but it's so pretty. I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess. I can let you keep it. Sorry, eh.
That's weird. Uncle Bad and Auntie Homestar. I really need to get Sky to watch more Homestar Runner stuff. So they can.
Seen anything.
Oh.
I think the only thing I've seen is like some of the stuff like you got like a commission or something.
Oh yeah, I commissioned some art of the Teen Girl Squad. That was.
I thought you got. What was the thing that you got the voice actor to like voice for you?
Oh, that wasn't the. That wasn't a commission. That was a thing from when I had cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, he was just Matt Chapman was just nice enough to record something for me. That was really cool. I got a video of that on my channel. That was from a while ago, but yeah.
The only thing I've seen of that.
I'll have to. Well, that's something we need to fix at some point, but that's for another time. Did you read this?
Oh, thanks. I'll treasure it anyways.
Also,
no, thanks. I'll treasure it always.
Also, Croak says, "Is you Homestar Runner?" You know what? Sure, why not? That's going to entirely change the voice I use for that character now. Those two seem to get along rather well.
Oh, here. I got something else for you. Why is he so cool?
Aww.
Thank you, Uncle Bat. Oh my god, I love this dude.
He's good with kids. What was that?
Huh?
I heard like some static or something.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
Did he rub up against the microphone or something?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I was moving my computer a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, she looks so cute. She's just munching on the thing. Ah.
Earlier, I ate one of these with Gummy. Gummy? Oh, you mean Gumshoe. Gummy is...
No, I don't want. She's crying. I don't want to see that.
He was trying to be nice to me because I was gonna get in trouble. And he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. Gummy!
She's such a precious little child. I love her.
I don't mean to kill Daddy. Don't cry. Faraday. Why am I doing this other? Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying. I'm not crying, you are!
Okay.
Oh! It's the Mr. from before! And the lady too!
Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being? You're not involved in the investigation, so it's for the best if you do.
Oh, are we gonna find out about the mom? Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant.
Oh, of course, he gets a weird girl too.
You should hold it on to her until she's grown up. So I'm related to the investigation.
I mean, Pearl got to be a weird girl at like 8 years old.
Yeah, but she, like, we already had Maya. She was just there.
She was a substitute weird girl. Every lawyer in this court, every law enforcement person involved in courtroom proceedings are entitled to one weird girl to tag along with them. That's the rule of this court. Is that so, Detective Bad?
Yeah, I guess.
It sounds better than babysitting. What? You were just scolding us like kids to not mess up the crime scene, and now you let this child run free? Why? Or why? Whatever.
You are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things you wanted to look into. Got a problem with that?
Yeah! I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into.
Uncle Ben, look somewhere else now, okay? Alright. I'm counting on you.
It's totally- Yeah, sure, it's totally fine to let this child unattended in a place where a murder happened. I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen with that.
Yeah, of course, nothing's gonna happen. Oh, that's right. Hey, mister!
Yes, what is it?
I know Gummy really isn't a bad guy. I mean it.
Then who's the weird girl for Pain? Pain is his own...
Get one.
Pain is his own weird girl.
So please, I'm the real bad guy, okay?
I won't forgive whoever did this, but in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there's no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering. Alright, guess we'll have to ponder on our own. Oh, I can't talk to... Can I talk to Fran? Fran isn't letting me talk to her.
She's ignoring.
One of the windows in this lobby is open as well. The air conditioner is working just fine in this room, so why'd they open it, I wonder? Suspicious. This decorative plant's leaves are shinier than the ones on the plant in lobby number 2. That's probably because it's next up. That's probably because it's next to the windows, that it's easier to photosynthesize. You know, now that I think about it, that would be a fun idea for an OC, like whoever decides to be the weird girl sidekick for Winston Payne. I don't know if I need to think about what I need to think of what like her name and gimmick would be. You may be right. Plus, the curtains are always drawn in lobby number 2. The caretakers of this courthouse don't think enough about the plants, do they?
Wait. Hang on. That set off alarm bells. That set off alarm bells. So, fun fact, when you leave something in the sun for a while, the sun destroys the color.
Oh.
So, you know how the windows are open and you say shiny, but the one in the hallway is dull?
Interesting.
Did they get switched?
Maybe. That's because of the courthouse's caretakers, not a bunch of botanists, and also because Mia Fey has not been employed here yet.
Hey, Charlie. I miss Charlie.
Yeah, I miss Charlie too. We'll see more of Charlie when we get back to the games with Phoenix in them. That expensive painting is ill-suited to be sorry, I mean that man. Not Phoenix. That expensive painting is ill-suited to be hanging on the walls of this room. I wonder if a guard detail should be placed on it. Why do you say that? Well, a desperate low-paid detective might make out with it. Might make off with it someday. You never know. Not the other.
I feel like that's foreshadowing.
Freudian slip. She may be thinking about hiring a guard, but it's obvious she isn't factoring in that guard's salary whatsoever. Why would I ever do that? Oh, that's how you get out of this room. Good to know. Why did Edgeworth wag his finger at a painting? That painting can't see you. It's just the same reason that I talk to Edgeworth a lot, even though he probably can't see me. Might make out with it. I don't think Gumshoe's that desperate. You never know. This television is the same model as the one in defendant lobby number 2's. Looks like the two rooms are basically the same in terms of layout and supplies. It must have been very good on the budget. Yes. Two rooms are basically the same, huh? Oh, so we have to find the... So we're gonna have to spot the differences between the rooms to find something? That said, an underpaid, underappreciated detective who has to drown their woes with snacking on junk food. I can't imagine anyone in this series that would fit that description. I can see down the courtyard from here. What is that mess supposed to be? It's like an optical illusion. I believe it's supposed to be a postmodern in design. More like thoughtlessness in design.
Yeah.
can't disagree there. Ooh, there's 2 of them. Yeah, that exactly. What incredibly strong-scented herbal tea. I fear that more than being relaxing, the scent may make one a bit heady instead.
You put in a special request for that.
No wonder she's so violent if she's been drinking this stuff the whole time. Uh-huh. Neither woman should be allowed to comment on this particular topic, ever. Okay, I keep accidentally going in here, but hang on, I need to... Oh, they're just conveniently right here. Okay, so what's the differences in here? Well, those curtains... There's curtains. That's interesting.
Wait, no, the plant...
Oh yeah, the plant is gone, also.
No, it's next to the couch.
Oh. I suppose it's impossible to enter or exit through these windows thanks to these bars. Does Edgeworth have a coffee addiction? I think you need to have a coffee addiction to be a prosecutor here. Some of them just have stronger ones than others. I suppose you're right. Actually, that's not true. I bet the person of small stature could slip in. Francisco, would you care to help me test my theory? Ah! Drat, I must remember to be more tactful around the vertically challenged. Okay. Hi, you. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
Let's do this. We'll do this.
Oh, Edgeworth has a tea addiction. Got it. Anyway. Seriously. What is it, Edgeworth? Nothing in particular, however. He says. Ah! You did it again! What is that supposed to be? Your mating call? My Homestar impression is rusty. Is everything I do humorous to this woman? Look, Edgeworth, I'm incredibly busy right now. I've got a mountain of things to figure out and check up on. If you want to talk, you're just gonna have to wait until later, okay? Seriously, Edgeworth, seriously.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate this voice more.
I'll just continue with my investigation then. That is fun, Tiny TV. Detective Gumshoe was rather shocked at this and said it is huge compared to his own. Anything you compare with something he owns will always seem grandiose. Speaking of grandiose, I'd say that ego of yours could use a little deflating.
Damn!
Alright, what are you... the plant. What's up? This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room.
Okay, it doesn't say anything about the color.
Wait,
Shit.
no, stop! I keep accidentally exiting this room. All these rooms. Was this table here all along? I suppose so. What? Okay. Well, clearly it's out of place. When you take the sofa into consideration, that table is much too tall. If that was Edgeworth's mating call, you sure as hell wouldn't hear it. Yeah, you're not his type. His type is men. I get the impression the two are not meant to be used in a set, Francisca. I knew that! It seems she's lost her calm sense of judgment and her eagerness to defeat me. Oh wait, hang on, there's... okay, yeah, this is what I wanted to touch. So if this was the bag I was to receive with the evidence for today's trial in it... Aha! I have it! The killer hid himself inside this bag, and that's how he snuck into this courthouse! The suspect that was arrested is hardly the type of man to carry a bag of this kind. Besides which, I doubt there's enough space inside this bag for him to hide in. It is bigger on the inside, clearly. We'll just shut up! Mr. Lab Technician, I want to know what you found! Oh, I found some fingerprints that I can't show to any kids. Those fingerprints are they? I think they're the victims. What kind of prints are they? The kind of Detective Bad told me not to show you kids!
Oh my god!
That only makes me all the more curious. Okay, is there anything else in here? No. Oh, I can look at the bodies. Seems that detective has more brains than he looks in some regards. Do you think so? Because to me, in order to pull off a crime like of this magnitude, see that I doubt he has enough mental prowess to be successful at such a thing. Ha! Don't think that kind of subjective commentary is going to prove anything. If you have a theory, then prove it to me with evidence. Of course, that has been my intention all along. Okay, and the painting. Oh, the painting is different in here. Interesting. You must be tired, Franziska. Care to take a short break on that sofa? Surely you jest me! Sit on that dirty, tiny, disgusting thing! That detective said he could sleep all 25 hours of the day on this. That detective has lower standards than me. Okay, I guess that's all we'll find in here. The bench is covered with ants. The janitor is going to have a tough time with this. It would appear that they're coming in through the open window up there. Ants are unusual creatures. You can learn so much from their diligence and zeal. Edgeworth likes ants. That's good to know. Okay. I would have expected we would have gotten more clues. Oh wait, there's something here. It may not look like much, but I find that ordinary tables like this one are very useful. I think it's time they bought a new one. I wonder if they will replace this table if I hit it enough with my whip!
Oh my gosh.
A much too heavy-handed method if I ever saw one. That's exactly how I get Papa to get new furniture for the house. I just hit them repeatedly.
Why does that line remind me of like the Vine where the dude comes into the room and shoots a shot and the dude and his brother wakes up and is like, "This is why Mom doesn't fucking love you."
Yeah, they definitely have that conversation like 5 days a week, Edgeworth and Franziska. This is fine, but
Papa doesn't love you.
Yeah. Okay, what? Okay, I guess. Oh, we can talk to Bad. Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for?
Nothing that concerns you, boy.
Oh, and I suppose it has something to do with Kay.
It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I don't have time to waste.
Sounds like you'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again.
I don't have anything to say to you.
Be that as it may, we still have questions that need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate.
It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some. Oh, she's hiding the smell of blood.
Edgeworth is allergic to women's perfume.
I was having a bad time of it myself.
Dude. Oh, hello, Scylla Douglas. Nice to see you. We were just talking to Detective Bad in the same case that we were on the last time you were here.
Anyway, I didn't think twice and open the windows, but that smell's still here.
Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air is perfume. Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap no-name brand.
She said it's a famous brand from overseas.
What? It's a knockoff! Yes, definitely a knockoff!
No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. I wonder why. Here, little girl, you can have it.
I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? Okay, we got, We got misused perfume. It looks like it's Angel? Angel is what it's called. So now we have the perfume Miss You wears. Just fantastic. A knockoff full of choking hazards and human noses. Yes, that's... that's how you can tell that it's real perfume. It doesn't have a human nose.
So for my photography class, we did a still life, and someone had a perfume bottle that was like a miniature bust or something, and it was so weird.
Wait, so you're telling me that they actually had perfume that had a human nose?
I mean, I think it was. Hang on, it was a Billie Eilish one. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I didn't expect this to be a thing that existed. I probably should though.
Yeah, it has a nose.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's.
Yeah, if you just search up Billie Eilish perfume, it's like that first thing.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's either a knockoff or Billie Eilish brand. Did you read this?
Alright. Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm going back to investigating.
Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. Okay. So you were in this room the entire recess.
Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here.
At least the story is consistent. Earlier you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu.
Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so... Oh my gosh, she was distracting him, so we came in here.
Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yu were in two different locations.
I guess I am.
Interesting. Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you. Hang on. Yeah, screenshotting that. Let's see. Miss Yu is the sister of the victim of the KG8 incident. And as I recall, Detective Bath was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard CC, but because you were the lead detective on the case.
You knew.
I also know that today's trial involving the Cadopian Embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG8 incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me. And told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday, and the KG8 incident! Bad's acting like he got shot in the arm from a mild insult. Yeah, everyone here is really dramatic.
If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you.
Alright, now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions of the KG8 incident.
It's not exactly a happy story. Other than people who were directly involved, you two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. The honest truth behind the KG8 incident.
Okay, it's lore time, everyone.
Time for lore! I would love it!
Exclamation point.
Faraday, you, and I... As you already know, we three were involved in the KG8 incident. Faraday and I were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring.
Always with the smuggling ring.
It's not like we can do anything else.
You mean the smuggling case involving one of Amano Group's secretaries? Your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday. Woo! Polyamory! I was thinking of that, exactly that. Yeah, so yeah, we were in a throuple together, actually. It was very awkward. after this whole incident. I mean, yeah.
The trial was just a front.
It can do that? A facade?
Yeah. But the case became tainted. Because the witness who was going to testify about the Amano Group's ties to the smuggling ring CCU was killed.
Damn it! I hate it when that happens. Then what became of the secretary who was arrested?
His name was Colin Devore.
Hey, it's that guy! Remember that guy
Yeah.
from the thing?
Oliver, whatever the last name was. Oliver Duncan?
Oliver Deacon, I believe.
Deacon. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway.
He used an advanced technique we call lying.
As I lied, like a lot. No, hang on. How did that go?
I said no, you know, like a liar.
Devore was probably being intimidated by the big boss man, just another scapegoat.
The boss man of the Amano Group? He can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved in smuggling? Yeah, why would a rich person ever be involved in illegal situations? I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Colchin, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of her murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go? If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him.
That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, Cece, I was supposed to protect them both.
Miss Yu did mention that as well, about how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister.
But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap.
What kind of a trap?
The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap.
Wow, I was wondering about that.
I was like, those are definitely gunshots or something, but why are you still wearing it?
I mean, it does look really cool.
Okay, yeah, it does.
Exclamation points? You mean you were fired upon? You were shot at that many times in one gunfight?
No. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself.
That I'm a fucking badass.
Yeah! Of the lessons I learned from the KG-8 incident.
I see.
Couldn't protect CCU and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall as far as the law was concerned. And that's when she came into the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Calisto Yu.
About when you first met Miss Yu, it was on the day the verdict of the KG-8 incident was handed down, was it not? Someone shot you? How shocking! Proof this script was never written with an American setting in mind? Yeah.
Yes, Faraday and I, we apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do, but just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And she gave me a hard slap across the face.
And then she poured Mountain Dew on my laptop.
Oh no!
Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. Personally, I would have used the VIP. Did I mention my VIP? I really like my VIP. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough! I should have known that she was gonna mention that anyway.
Suppose not. You said it herself. That she never wanted to see either of us again.
After that, you've seen her many times over, correct?
Sorry. Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG-8 incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. It was no use. We cracked so many different cases. But the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring.
Why does he keep looking at a mirror? Why?
I don't know. Case of vanity, maybe?
And it seems that you does that a lot also, but just with her compact.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
she was on her little pocket.
What's the deal with both of them with that? Is the ring really that big?
It was in pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor and I was the lead detective. What, this one? Took the witness to the witness stand. Oh, never mind. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney.
Her client was related to the smuggling ring and she was defending them?
Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer.
A mirror is a very good way to subtly check if you're being followed. That's also true. Very interesting comment to make.
Huh. I think she defended Rel this time for the same reason.
Come to think of it, Miss Yu did say something to the same effect. I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for weeds regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth! I said no such thing! That's bupkis. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Well was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. It doesn't matter what... need to switch to a different silly voice. It doesn't matter what her reason is. Her being a criminal is just despicable!
You're so naive, little girl.
Oh, it is a lollipop!
Yeah, it pulled it out a couple of frames ago. Yeah, it's a lollipop.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I could have stolen this lollipop from you, and that's how naive you are.
How dare you insult the daughter of Von Karma!
Just like us, you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all.
The law is merely a tool. There is no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman.
You two are still too young, but one day you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all.
Okay. So what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well.
I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. Okay, I've known her since the day she was born. Wow, he really is her uncle.
Oh, wow.
Or at least even if he's not related by blood, if he's known her since she was born, then yeah, uncle. Faraday and I, we've cracked quite a few cases together.
But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case. I wonder why that might be. Did V touch a nerve?
I I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called up to testify in today's trial. Why am I yawning? To prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu.
I guess Detective Bad's story is just that entertaining.
Ah, yay. Wish I would have done if you hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, to prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either.
I sense that there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into this Yatagarasu is what's necessary. Alright, I wonder who the Yatagarasu could be. You claim to know much about the Yatagarasu. I love saying that word. Would you care to share what you know with me?
What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel.
I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu.
What?
The KG-8 incident and the second KG-8 incident. Both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness was to testify about the ring. The witness who was about to testify about the ring was murdered turns to the camera. Hey kids, do you know who the Yatagarasu is? Do you see the Yatagarasu? Can you say Yatagarasu, kids?
Oh my god, no. Stop.
I'm sorry. This is fun. However, there's one point in which they differ. And that is the presence of the great thief Yatagarasu.
Yeah. Mr. Rel claimed... Oh wait, that's you.
Mr. Rel claimed to be the Yatagarasu, however, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd? Miles Edgeworth! Stop beating around the bush and just spit it out already! I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time.
A reason, huh?
And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Rel's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu.
If it will help you solve this case, then I'll tell you. I'll tell you the reason why we never caught the Yatagarasu. Are you gonna reveal that it's someone you know?
Yeah, you know how, like, dogs will chase their own tail, but they can never really catch it?
Yeah?
What was that sudden outburst for? You almost made me VIP you by accident! Yeah! Still accidentally whipped me anyway.
There are reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object.
Yeah, that's what happens with thieves usually.
The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system.
Again, this is just how thieves work.
And third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single sharp evidence behind, ever.
I see. So those are the Yatagarasu's special traits. Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief.
The Yatagarasu
was my husband.
has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention, and would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away.
Oh, was that why? But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't.
Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet.
Gang!
What's different about this time was the evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy. Jesus Christ. The Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu sent the evidence? What?
That stare.
Oh, yeah.
Till now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about.
In that case, how can you be so sure that it was a Yatagarasu who sent it?
It's easy. A special car that only the Yatagarasu uses was attached.
A GameStop gift card.
A calling card? That's how I can be so sure.
Just what sort of card is it?
Here, take a look at this article. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
Ah, and that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Rel was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now. The Yatagarasu is coming to steal your heart, and your secrets, and any shiny things I find along the way. That must be a reference to something. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth! Yes? His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you, so if you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be much appreciated, sir. Understood, I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you?
Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive.
Oh, the art of the Yatagarasu in Shadow reminds me of how the Ghost Trick characters are drawn. Yeah, it did kind of look like that. I see what you mean. I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself, and to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. Hi, Yudgay. Weird seeing you from the back.
Are we getting a court scene?
It's weird seeing him from the back for once.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. It appears.
Why is he sad?
It appears that His Honor is still a bit dispirited. For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony.
Oh, really, huh?
Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict. Franziska, there is no need to further depress His Honor. But I'm not trying to, Miles. This is just how I talk. Your Honor... Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. Your Honor, the evidence? Your Honor! Oh! Wait, huh? Yes, can I help you? I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir. Your Honor, do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job? Yes, I'm sorry! and I would accept the defense attorney has yet to arrive. She's busy with the investigation, so let's keep this brief, shall we? Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell are also included, so please go ahead and use them in your investigation into the case. Understood, Your Honor. Pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of those two men could be a very good chance for me to, I got a pop-up that covered up the text, find new leads regarding their case. And maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth. I placed all the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you. I guess I could have just handed it to you, but this is more interactive. No, this is Edgeworth. You as the defense attorney. Exactly. I see. Thank you very much. I'll go and confirm that they're all accounted for. Okay, what's this, though? Evidence that Miss Yu prepared is just sitting on this table. You know you can't just fuck off with it, right? Of course I do. Miss Yu must have been caught off guard by her client's sudden accusations. I wonder how she would have defended Mr. Rell in that case if he was still alive. Alright, let's look at the evidence. Wait, I wanna walk around here. Let's look at the evidence! So this is the evidence related to today's Cadopian Embassy trial for Mr. Faraday's bag. You mean the evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right? Yes, finally we can now take a look at the evidence itself and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have the time. Agreed, I want to take a good look at all of the evidence from the embassy murder too. And why is that? Because I still didn't fully understand what today's trial was about! Don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something. And don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today! I see someone is still sore about not being picked by Mr. Von Karma. It's also real to see the knife up close. So we have the knife, the gun, an envelope. What's this organizer doing here? Oh, that's right, I completely forgot to tell you. About what, Your Honor? I found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. Detective Bad requested it would be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation. Detective Bad said that? What a strange stroke of luck. Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth. We might as well flip through it too. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Okay, let's investigate some nooks and crannies. I took a quick look at these documents before the trial started. Felt I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it. I suppose I should explain it to you then. Yes, you should, perfectly, and its entirety, if you please. On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The staff member died of shock due to the being shot in the heart. Are you sure that was the die of shock? It seems like he died from getting shot in the heart.
Yeah! Bullshit!
I would like to talk to this doctor. Did he get Dr. Hottie on the case?
Oh god.
Mac Rell was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned, because a murder weapon was found on him for which he was arrested on the spot. A simpleton of a man, that's what he was. Detective Bad requested it be passed along to you, and considering how much Bad likes Edgeworth so far, I'd figured he'd probably put some kind of practical joke in that organizer. Yeah, it's an updated autopsy report, obviously. Perhaps he was, for the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Rell was caught in the act on film by a security camera. He was an even bigger simpleton, and I thought, I can't believe he didn't notice a security camera. The Cadopian Embassy security system is supposedly very well designed. You may have simply not been aware there was a camera in the area. So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself? Yes, the surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly identify Mr. Rel on it, even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear. So the footage included sound, huh? I don't think I'd ever want to seize the moment of someone's death in real life. The Cadopian Embassy security system is supposedly very well designed. I feel like that's foreshadowing. Me neither. Lines that will be funny later. I see. This gun, it was originally used to kill the Cadopian Embassy staff member. When the crime was reported, responding police found Mr. Rel still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest. And then, this gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic. Indeed. Doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. It's the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. Who would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cruel act? Oh, Franziska likes knives. That's nice to know. And it's never crossed your mind that you use a writing crop for the wrong purpose? Mr. Faraday's organizer, it appears he was in the habit of using it. Looks like he used wrote a strategy for getting down there in his handy-dandy notebook. Who would have thought you could stab people with a knife? The horror!
Yeah, who knew?
I have collected the evidence that I need to prove that Rel was a killer. Between the handgun Rel had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one. It appears that Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rel was the killer in this case. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence I can use to prove that Rel is not the real Yatagarasu. It would appear that he had proof that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. No matter how he tried to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, it can prove he's a phony. If I presented to him in court, it should clear everything up. And he apparently had a very definitive piece of evidence. It's been a long battle. I hope that this will finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, I just skipped a bunch of text by accident. To discredit any claim Mr. Rel may have made about being the real Yatagarasu, he had a way to prove that Mr. Rel was the guilty party in the embassy murder. This organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I would take my time and give it a thorough read-through later. Oh, new evidence, finally! Look, there's a picture stuck between the pages here. It appears to be a key. And rather ornate font at that. Just look at the design on the handle. The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer? The Yatagarasu's key? Kind of bad said something earlier.
What's different about this time was that the evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was not only the one who infiltrated the Cadopian embassy. The Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu sent the evidence?
Until then, the Yatagarasu would always prioritize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time.
And this time he used Truth Social.
The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others, knew about.
Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep this secret key safe. As the prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected. Okay, we got the key in the organizer. That's odd. What is it? Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in this organizer. That certainly is odd. The weapon that was used to kill the Cadopian Embassy staff member was a gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from? Isn't it obvious it was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rel? That's the only logical conclusion, right? No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse doors is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as long as this inside. Is that the case? How do you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse? I need to think carefully here. There is nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there is one item left in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I'll need to take another good look at the evidence. Miles Edgeworth, and I take the fact that you have yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me? Actually, I do know the answer, Francesca. What? Then what is it? One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding... And it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse. Okay, what? The bag? Maybe the bag or the...
Let's see.
I don't think it's the Promises Journal.
So, what's the okay, can we look at the knife real quick? I just want to see the design on the handle.
It won't let me get a closer look.
Okay, and go to the key.
Oh, this one we can take a closer look at.
It's the fucking key!
Wait, what?
See these grooves? See the grooves like on the side of on the handle?
Oh!
Look at the side in the middle! Look at the one in the middle!
It's the same thing. And there's a thing at the...
Take that!
This Yatakarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought in the courthouse. You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth. You just need to take look a bit closer, Francesca, to see what you mean. Good job, Sky. I wouldn't have noticed that.
Me and my love of knives.
Yes, it saved us. Don't the color and ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything? They do remind me of the knife. Very good. Both the Yatakarasu's key in this photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatakarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was a knife. You don't seriously mean to say? It appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say it, these two pieces are in fact one and the same. But that's impossible! Even if that is what you believe, you should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let's examine this knife in a little more detail.
Open it, open it, open it!
I'll try. It's a weapon that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. The handle and the blade itself both have beautiful designs worked into them. Look, there's even a flower-shaped design in this gold section here. If this hadn't been used as a tool for murder, I'd want it for myself. Ah, so she's a collector, maybe. She seems to be drawn to the embellishments. Too bad this isn't mine to give. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's... I can't believe it turned into a key. To think there's such a trick to this thing. So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key the Yatagarasu stole. So Mr. Faraday was a Keyblade Master, of course! This solves everything! Obviously! This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up to now. Awesome! Frankly, I'm shocked. Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that... What?
Faraday was a Keyblade master. Of course, this solves everything.
Yeah, I said that before. Just...
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's possible that even he had no idea the key was hiding a knife blade inside. But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to knife trick could have killed Mr. Faraday! Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. They're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday. And the only person who could be is the one who sent the key in the first place, the great thief Yatagarasu! Then maybe Mr. L really was the Yatagarasu. He was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario? No, not really, especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier...
But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
I see. Alright then, I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key is someone else, and that person is the real Yatagarasu. Seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case. Who would have guessed? Okay. That's odd. We're short one piece of evidence. And that piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court. The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go? Don't worry, Kay. He was stabbed with a keyblade, so we need to go find his heartless and nobody. Oh, of course. So he's not totally dead? Or maybe he is. I don't know. The video showing the moment in which Mr. Rel committed the murder. What could have gone indeed? Are you done with your inspection of the evidence? Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I'm missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence. Your Honor, were you derelict in your duties? What? No! I dare not lick my duties! What do you take me for? No, Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence in today's trial, the surveillance photo, is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me. But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene. There's something wrong here. Oh, it's the suspense music. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I'll have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime, defendant lobby number 2. Okay, let's go then.
Check the videotape.
Oh fuck, it's the werewolf.
No, not the werewolf!
Were you derelicting your duties? No, we know he visited the bathroom. He told us that already. Oh no. Hi again, I was just getting some Goosebumps books ready to sell on eBay. Oh cool, which ones? That's Detective Bad, but who's he with? I've never seen that officer before.
So did you find it? No, not yet. And I've looked everywhere. Alright, Stevie. Well then, please continue with the search. Understood. I'll continue the search. So you're the ones running the show. Prosecutors like you shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes!
How dare you? Just who do you think you are?
And he's gone.
Everything is connected. What was that all about? And who was that man just now? Whoever he was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life. Also, yeah, one more person Edgeworth met and forgot about for years. Okay, to be fair, he didn't meet him for very long that time. Does he even know that we're standing right here behind him?
I know you're standing behind me. Mirror, what do you want, kids?
He's standing right behind me, isn't he? It looks like you're paying attention after all.
Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head.
Ah, so it mirrors him for vanity's sake. It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what is behind him at all times. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now?
That guy came here from the Republic of Zhengfa to study. He's Agent Lang. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of detainment from scratch.
He seems to really like the ones from America, though, specifically.
Yeah.
By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication.
He's still a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. That guy's more useful than Gumshoe. No! Even if he is rude.
Is he, though? Is he, though? Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time. I agree, however, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad? Earlier, that little girl was poking around in lobby number 1 as well. How much difference in police philosophy is there? Lock up every remotely suspicious person is pretty much the default. I don't know. Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you.
Oh wait, that was my line.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you.
I highly doubt that has something to do with me. Fine, if this is the game I must play, then I'll take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what happened in this room straight from him. Hi. I suppose it's impossible to enter. No, I didn't want to look at the drapes. Okay. Hi, Bad. Want to talk? Earlier you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. You're quite the busy man, Detective Bad. Going down a hallway? A very small hallway? Very, very busy indeed.
Returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say.
I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked about what happened again, correct?
I don't have anything left to say to you, boy.
Boy! You'll see, I will draw my answer from you one way or another! For to kill you to help us, even a tiny bit in our investigation!
I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That helps enough, don't you think?
Arng! Please, we are asking for just a bit more of your cooperation.
Don't push me, kid.
I'd like to ask once again about what happened here around the time of the crime. Do we not know this already? What about the tape? The tape is what we need to know about. That's the new information.
I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time.
Okay, what about the fucking tape?
Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about?
Things you don't know about, but aren't you supposed to know everything? You should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. Should try showing it to him. May prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. Ace Attorney Investigations!
Not so fast!
Okay. Hey, look at this cool knife. Detective Bad, did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph?
Of course I did. My job to know everything related to the Yatagarasi case.
Oh, I thought you knew nothing. In that case, let me ask you something. You know the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasi's key are one and the same?
What? That's impossible.
It looks like he didn't know after all. This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct?
I guess so.
However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was in fact a knife.
Yeah, I have to admit, neither of us knew that fact.
Are you sure about that one?
And neither of us knew, and if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How did we miss something as big as this?
I noticed that since a little while ago you appear to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you're searching for.
Yeah, that's right.
And why were you searching for it?
Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect the key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from the Faraday's evidence bag, and now we found it! Who would have thought? The key is what took Faraday's life.
Detective Bad, so we may find the truth, please testify for me once more. Oh wait, I skipped the thing. Okay.
Right. But it doesn't matter how many times I'll tell you about what happened. Nothing will change.
Alright, okay, time of the murder. Detective Bad, yes, you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1.
My answer is still the same.
Edgeworth would know a thing or two about missing something big. Oh, I sincerely doubt that he would be he might miss something in a different sense, but I'm tired.
And this is the last time I'm gonna do this.
That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up. God, I hope so. And find the truth behind this case. Alright, it's cross-examination time!
I was in lobby number 1 talking to you.
Objection! I wasn't in lobby number 1!
We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. Saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran into lobby number 2.
Sounds like the exact same story he told us before. Indeed, however, I feel like we have yet to draw out all the information we can. He said they were talking about what was he talking about? With you.
Just trivial shit, I guess.
Yeah, but what trivial shit? I feel like it was less trivial than he would imply. I was hoping you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yu.
Trivial stuff. It was nothing important.
Fuck you. That's for me to decide. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on, then. Okay.
A gunshot right before the trial. Nope, that was the balloon.
Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary?
I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot.
The gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder. I'll give the other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now. Okay. Was it the balloon? Maybe.
It was.
Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything, you stupid bitch?
It's the same color as the one Kay was holding.
Oh, so you know about that girl's balloon?
Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery during the recess. Just before we split up, I filled that balloon up. Yeah, for her.
Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon.
So what about the balloon?
I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point.
What are you getting at?
This fragment was found in the hallway right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot.
Oh, so the sound of that judge heard was not actual gunshot, huh?
On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene. Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well.
So?
What? Don't give me a so! V just proved that there's a flaw in your testimony!
The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something.
Okay, please enlighten us.
Did you ever stop to think why the doors and walls of the place are so rugged?
I don't know, I just thought it was nice.
That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked.
They're soundproofed. Hold it! What is that supposed to mean?
The doors and walls are super thick, the window panes are double layered. And to top it all off, even the curtains are made of special sound-absorbing material. That sounds fucking phenomenal. I want them.
Then you mean, okay, but then how do you hear the gunshot then?
Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there's no way I could have heard that sound. Then there's no way you could have heard the gunshot!
Yeah, what's up with that? No! Gunk! Gnurk! All these weird sounds. I knew that's what he was going to say. Since that means the Scruffface's testimony is completely useless! If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any signs of a struggle. It says so much about this case, they actually established this already, and have just thrown so much random stuff at you since they need to establish it again. Yeah, I forgot about this, so I'm glad they're establishing it again. Go! That's
also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. How did you hear the shot? Now, do you get it, kids?
Not really. Miles, I thought Viv was supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic, not the other way around. The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine this situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either! And yet Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad, if that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot?
What do you mean, how? I just did.
It would appear you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words.
Oh? How so?
If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears?
I see what you mean. Excuse me. I guess I'm more out of it than from Faraday's murder than I thought.
Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to? It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have. It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh? The state of the crime scene? Wait, could it be?
It's the ultra-strong perfume you wear. She spilled some of it. Here we go. Also, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay. Okay, so...
Sorry.
What's the wait, what does the perfume have to do with this? I'll just leave it on this one for a bit. Hang on, let's look at the evidence real quick and the profiles and stuff. Manfred von Karma, age 60. My mentor, who has never known defeat in 35 years. Legendary prosecutor. Bern Faraday, age 40. He looks like a smug motherfucker. But not as much as this guy, Dade Man. Right, I forgot that's what his name was. Cadopian staff member was gunned down in front of an embassy by Rel. This guy looks like he belongs in some kind of vaudeville act. And then there's this dude who he looks like the dictionary definition of a criminal. The Yadagarasu, he's a shadow person. Kay is only 10 years old. Oh, hi, you're back.
What'd I miss?
Absolutely nothing. I was just looking at the profiles.
Okay. Wait, and way too noisy. What?
Yeah, the surveillance video. How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go? Oh, we're getting a lot of clues. Okay. Wait. No humans can climb the window. The scent of flowers is in the air. Okay, obviously that matches with the perfume, right? There we go. Simply not possible for the killer to escape through barred windows, yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lab. Shit, the monitor turned off again. Okay, we're back. And yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open, barred windows. It was a ghost who killed him! Okay, oh, was it... Wait. Oh, the gunshot! The gunshot that they heard, it wasn't the real gunshot, it was the one from the TV!
Oh shit.
It was on the TV and the door and the window was open so they could hear it, and I think that's what it is. But wait, is this... Okay, no, not those two. Okay, so it's gotta be these two. Yeah!
There we go.
Now then, what else besides a smell can go in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound! So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations. Can we connect these two? Yes, we can! The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rel killed the embassy staff member. The sound of a gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess and brought back here. It disappeared after that time. And it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The missing evidence created for me is the gunshot sound that no one should be able to have heard and be able to hear in the first place. Miles, what have you been thinking about? Quite a lot. Stop wasting time thinking and let's start looking again. It's not a waste of time to think, for I've figured out where we should look. And where would that be? I believe we should examine the television!
The TV. Well, you kids have your fun. Go on ahead and examine what you like.
We will do exactly that. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside. It looks like it, so the tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. This tape could not have been the missing surveillance tape. I suppose, but... Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if we verified the contents of this video?
Sure, knock yourself out.
Alright, so let's rewind this and see what we have. Be kind, rewind.
I don't remember exactly. The footage of Mel killing the embassy staff member should be about 30 minutes at the 30-minute mark from the start of the TV.
Understood. This should be about right. Now then, let's see. This is the footage of Mr. Rell shooting the embassy staff member. I knew it. The missing pieces of evidence, the surveillance video is here all along. All right, we did it.
The sound. What's the meaning of this?
It appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder. Do you mean that you figured it out all out, then? Yes, all I have to do now is show what the gunshot detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. Fine, in that case, show me what you've deduced. Then show what the gunshot detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. What?
Window.
Yeah. Just spilled perfume in lobby number 1. If the windows were open, that piece of evidence's sound would also dissipate out. Now to show what the gunshot Detective Bad heard was, and through the... Why are you... Earlier when Detective Gumshoe touched this, it made the most terrible racket. You don't mean Vince Scruffy turns the television on, right? Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Detective Gumshoe actually touched the television at all. Furthermore, it seemed more like when a video feed suddenly stops. At least it did for me. I wonder why that is. Someone left this video on plays the whole time, huh? I suppose so. Other than the killing, there's hardly a sound on the rest of the tape. Then why is it the television makes that loud noise when Scruffy got near it? That's probably because the tape had run out and stopped its playing. It's not just bad luck. That detective has the worst timing in the world, too. Someone purposely left this video on plays. The question is why? Okay, what do we deduce? Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Is it?
Let's see.
Yeah? Right?
Let's
the video? Yeah! If the door and the windows of the crime scene, namely this room that went in, were closed, the killer could have used the gun and no one would have been the wiser. As that's true, as this courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were. However, what happened in reality was Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot. Well, the windows in lobby number 1, number 2, and the hallway were open, so naturally the people in those locations could hear it. Ah, but then, why would the criminal open the window in the first place? To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose. Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this. But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction! Very well, I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. What was it the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of when the crime took place?
Yep.
The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so. So that's why the tape was left running. You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred in an earlier time than we thought. Must have been during the recess, before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period, and planned this crime out in advance, that person is the real killer!
I wonder, who's the real killer?
It's the bailiff! Mr. Edgeworth! Yes, what is it? Miss Yu is asking for you! She's in the courtroom! Well, then she should be able to find you just fine. Wait, no, not you! I mean you! She says she's identified the murderer, but she wants to clarify something. It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something. Understood. Please tell her that I'll be right over.
I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say.
Oh boy, I wonder what Yu has to. I wonder what Yu thinks the murderer is. It would appear the time has come to uncover the truth. To be continued.
Let's continue.
Now. To be continued right now.
Let's keep going.
Yes, yes. But we're gonna save our progress, but we're going. Turns towards the camera. Do you know who the true killer is? Do you? I have a feeling that you do. Oh, hi, Kay. You're still here. Kay, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, sir. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for has already...
Okay, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation. Okay, you got it!
Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for?
It means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer. Any little task will do.
Hey, Kay, I think if you investigate this broom closet, it might give us a really nice, evidence. Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought. Here we are. It's court time.
Finally!
I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth! I've also been waiting for the moment in which you can finally lay this case to rest. Oh, you want Kay to go for the broom closet ending. Yes, exactly. The moment in which we can finally weigh this case to West. Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under West? Poof. I think we've more than solved this case already. Don't you? We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery. And why even Mr. Bad is here? A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly a bystander.
I have a duty to see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out.
Oh, is that White? No, that's Bad. White is the one from the blue corp. Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've swaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there's no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe. And that's all you have. Yeah, that's all there is to the conclusion, and this case. Sorry, but I beg to differ. At trial, there's always time for a rebuttal. We are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of courts in this case, don't you think? How absolutely like a Wookiee to think such a thing! But all right, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony. If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. The killer must be Detective Gumshoe. Now, hold on, what about this Robbie number 2 person you just mentioned? Oh. Everyone, sans the suspect, has an alibi for when the gun went off. Oh, of course! It was sans the skeleton all along! Never mind. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I also confirm that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Whew. Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth. But of course, There's no need to confront her logic head-on right now. She should instead focus on drawing out any trump cards she has up her sleeve. Okay, I guess we're gonna press on a bunch of stuff. Okay. Hold it!
What about you? Where's your alibi?
The suspect, but I thought Detective Gumshoe's alibi had already been proven. Are you joking, Edgeworth? I assure you, this is no joke. Look, I know how hot. I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll. Yes, that is correct. But see, that was 20 minutes before the wheel gunshot went off, White. That's what you think. Edgeworth would know a thing or two about rebuttals. That one was a bit of a stretch, but...
Yeah.
And the problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the stacking. I see she's done her research well, which means I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. You said that already. Furthermore, the areas are where... Yeah. Whether they've been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide. The squunched eyebrows and lines on your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. Because he claimed to be here, that makes him the only possible suspect. Isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the garden? That's the first place everyone looks, silly! The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know. Are they not? Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden.
I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case. I also confirm that there's no possible escape route from lobby number 2. Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape? Of course, I'm sure! If there were, then I would know because I'm the killer. I mean... And why are you so certain? This is a courthouse, a place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future. Gank! I have the superpower of logic, not common sense. Hold it! You may think it's unshakable, but to me there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand? But you're the only one still wondering that! Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to wipe with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they wipe with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. Very specific thing to point out. I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose you've really reached the end now. Wait, we did? I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. Before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Franziska or myself speaking with you about the subject. Ah, but there were witnesses. For you, there was your mentor who gave you an alibi. I see. As for the little Missy, she came to the courthouse during her recess. And it was stopped by a security guard at the door of the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forced to visibly stop by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else. So basically, the only reason Franziska bothered to show up today was because she found out I was to be the replacement prosecutor. That makes sense. By the way, Miss Yu, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty? What about them? Have you ever looked into what people were doing during that span of time? What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into Wabi number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from Wabi number 1, the only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe. Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard that gunshot, shall we? I suppose if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when the gunshot you heard went off? What then? ... exclamation point. That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our... Sadly, your explanation is very whacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1, care to explain how that could have been fabricated? Oh, I sure would.
Take that!
That tape? Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell that the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. It was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up. You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video. Ah, but I do, which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. Aggressively does my makeup.
That's the only thing I can think of, too.
After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up, and left the video to play. Played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe. Objection! Sounds from the television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, White. Of course we knew, didn't we, Miles? Yes, of course. We knew about the soundproof quality of this courtroom's house's rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit that we had no idea until only a little while ago. That's right, and if the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet, we heard the gunshot clear as day. And that's it, end of story. But it's not quite. How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from a soundproof room? The window was open.
The window was open.
There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. And that is despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window is open in each. Now we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 it was also open. Queer as day is so appropriate for this series. I was thinking the same thing.
Objection!
Objection! It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time. It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was a window open in lobby number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something to cause the window to be opened. The person who triggered that action, that person is a real guilty party. The real killer in this double murder is...
You.
I choose you! Miss Castillo, you! I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. What? You indict me?
Oh, there goes the lipstick.
Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she is the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet, but of course I'm serious. Because she is the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Yu, do you still feel like laughing now? Ha ha ha! Of course I do, Edgeworth! The argument must not be tight enough. Although, I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own water bottle now, isn't it? Alright, let's hear it. You argue that the window was open, however, do you have proof it was I who did that? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this. Edgeworth would know a thing or two about being Titan. That was good. That was a good... Especially with logic as full of holes as yours. This is where it really starts. You mustn't let me my guard down for even a second or the truth will blow away. Now's the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test. That's right, we're gonna cheat. Okay, what about the perfume? You spilled the perfume.
No, not yet. Wait, what?
I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yu? Aha, Edgeworth! I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know. What? This isn't mine! That's right, it's... That's right, it's mine. I received it from Detective Bad, you see. Edgeworth would know a thing or two about holes and blowing. Yes, that too. Miss Yu, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. And you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad. Kapua! and that you're super easy to rile up. So, what about the perfume? While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad. I did not mean to press this. Oh, I know. You also know that if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window. Where it really starts, Edgeworth, we're on the 3rd stream of this. Yeah, this is where it really starts, apparently. Come now, I've already told you that's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know. So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window. The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at that time.
You mean...
Miss Yu, you were the one who called Detective Batten to lobby number 1, when you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could only have been thought up by you, Miss Yu! Gore! Ha ha ha! You accuse me of murder on the fact I spilled a whittle perfume? Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. Do you care to testify as to why? Ha ha ha! Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Seriously. Why it couldn't be me. Okay, let's hear it, OJ. Accusing someone of murder of a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. Oh, you're playing that card! In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Oh, or do you? Miles, her testimony is flawless. Are you sure? Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. If I'm lacking information, I'll just draw it out of her. Okay. Well, okay, I want to press on this one just to see what he says. I formally request that you desist on your attack against my mentor. Yes, or I'll sue you for defamation! All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. How dare you say such a thing?
Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you.
A nerd! Aw, why do you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue? Alright, you don't know where the knife that used to kill him came from, do you? At this rate, she will inevitably escape, but if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Miles, what do you think you're doing? I'm trying the truth out of her, that's what I'm doing. But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the whys? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yatagawasu had sent. And unless the key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. Well, we got her. Do you really think you could twat me? Come on, be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said to your testimony. Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like. There was a key in his evidence bag, but you can't kill anyone with a simple key. Not unless they were a Keyblade master. Well, guess what, bitch?
Bitch!
Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. There's a picture of the key the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it in fact has a secret ability to transform into a knife, which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes? Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Gnork! Or Gnork! Whatever, I don't know.
Objection!
Wait, hang on, what? I missed... Are you gonna say something? What? Okay. Do you understand now, just knowing the existence of the Yatagarasu's key? I still haven't gotten a good look at it. Showing to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know. You would even now feign ignorance. I just got really bad hiccups just randomly. I'm not feigning anything, but we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Are you mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor! Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow, who knew there was such a twist to this thing? Are you satisfied now? Of course you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew the knife and the Yatagarasu's key are one in the huh? Sky, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Did it disconnect for you for a second?
No?
Oh, the stream reconnected for a second. That's weird.
Oh.
Everything good? It looks like the stream is good though. Just got a brief DC back now. Okay, well we're good. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement and who never would have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, there's something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police. How do you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Well off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time. Did he catch Edgeworth's mistake here? No. What did he do? But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms. What you are saying is simply not possible. Oh, and why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages, he mentions nothing about the knife. I mean, I'd be willing to bet he did know about that, but I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication? I'm sure you'd know a lot about that, Edgeworth. Unfortunately, that's also impossible. Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. Sure. What would have been highly classified information even within the police force? And is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know? Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have had much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? I'm the Joker, baby! She probably just realized a flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. That's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to state that I also know how you knew the real nature of the knife. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. Is it the moment of truth? The secret behind the Yatagarasu's key? Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? The Yatagarasu?
The Yatagarasu.
Take that!
There is only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key. Aha, and that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself! Wait, what? Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yatagarasu? Miss Yu, you used Mr. Rel to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? What? Yeah, you was the Yatagarasu, so she was the three-winged crow. She was a Pokemon all along. Oh! So that's how it connects with the I Choose You, and oh my god, I get it now.
Nice.
You, who would profess to bear a grudge against criminals, why? Why do something like this? Boo. What?
I hate this bitch, I'm sorry.
Who would have thought that you, a stupid Wookiee prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than when I sneak into someplace.
You. You killed Faraday?
Wait, but if she's the Yatagarasu, then what?
How the fuck is Kay the Yatagarasu then? Why? Answer me, Calisto, you!
Aha! Calisto you, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagarasu!
Something's not right.
Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made well an offer and acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Well was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That well caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Well any longer. Plus, I would have, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. Didn't you say that you despised criminals? But do I really?
You. Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too?
Maybe. I don't know, it's kind of a blur. What sort of woman would that... So then what was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Haha. Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Well wasn't the Yataka... Well, it was the Yatagawasu. By using this Yatagawasu's key as evidence, that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. And in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagawasu's key just like that. He never noticed that I changed the key into a knife inside that plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his wife.
How could you kill him?
I just explained how I did. I used the knife in the plastic bag. I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Well as well. Damn, she killed his wife too? No witnesses! I mean, she wasn't a witness anyway, but whatever. I needed to be clear. You know what I mean. I believe I mentioned when we were replacing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness and how that went to the killer to think about setting them up as though they'd kill each other. And the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape, which is why I had Wells help set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him with all his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client? Ahaha! Client? If you want to talk about who was a client of whose force, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member, Dade Mann.
You ordered a hit job?
Ha ha ha! You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. So yeah, this was a pretty nice improvised plan. Gotta give him props for that. Yeah, it was pretty well thought out. I had Dead Man killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling wing. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination?
You're...
How many things can one person confess to at once? Let's find out. That's right, I'm a member of the smuggling wing!
My God!
How could this...
You don't mean you're working with Manny Cochin too, do you?
Maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, Wilgore. The Yatagawasu is just another killer.
Quiet, you.
Yatagarasu! You can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court! Ha ha ha. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagawasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? Ha ha! No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagawasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do a walk. Oh, shit!
Oh shit, she's got a gun.
Okay, this went from 0 to 100. Hey, Edgeworth, the Yatagawasu has 3 claws. Like all the best Pokemon games have 3 versions: Red, Blue, Yellow, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Sword, Shield, Gun! Sword, Shield, Gun! You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even hand the Yatagawasu's key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. You mean the key was your real target? Even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes out of your negligence. The Yatagarasu has 3 legs because she's secretly got a 3rd leg down there. There's a joke to be made about this. And yeah, that was Edgeworth's mistake. He followed in Phoenix's later tradition of just giving the bad guy valuable evidence. Oh, of course. And yeah, Edgeworth knows a thing or two about that 3rd leg. Hey! There we go, okay. Eek! Ah! My body, I can't move. The trauma. Huh?
Whoa, what the? Time to run.
She saved Edgeworth's life. Are you alright, Franziska? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? What? That's a gunshot! Or a balloon! One of the two! Oh my god, what happened? What happened? September 10th, 7 p.m.
Come on.
Judge? Gumshoe? Where the... How the fuck...
Alright, but it looks like she got away.
How the fuck did he forget about the child who saved his life? Who can say?
Call the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon.
Maybe the gun, like, set off his trauma response and he repressed this memory or something. Detective Bat, are you alright? I had a gunshot.
I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket.
He seems he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. Kay even gave him some pretty good prompting. You'd think he'd remember the Yatagarasu when she tried to kill him. Well, yeah, he remembered the Yatagarasu, just not that she's the Yatagarasu, and... yeah, that...
More importantly, boy, I mean Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Von Karma.
Oh, we've been upgraded to last name basis.
Are you two hurt?
I'm absolutely fine. I don't have anything to talk about in therapy later.
And she's gonna need therapy.
I'm also alright, thanks to Kay.
Speaking of Kay, where is she?
I don't know. She just sort of disappeared.
I'll go look for her.
You two almost got shot. I respect you marginally more now. He seems to have a lot of emphasis on gunshots and stuff.
Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Detective Bad, sir! I'm sorry I doubted you. not your fault. I won't lie to you guys too after all. I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable!
Are you sure? It seems to be very often forgiven.
But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective.
Yeah, well, say what you want about Gumshoe, he's good with kids.
Now, don't ever lose your detective spirit, okay? You out, Pops!
Pops. Watched fun too many detective dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. So yeah, they don't go into this a ton, but Bad actually is nice to Gumshoe. There's a bit of an arc there and a mentor figure for Gumshoe. I like it. That's nice. I'm glad there's someone who's nice to him.
I should get back to the investigation. I swear I'll catch you if it's the last.
Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care.
Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday.
Maybe.
Well, thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find the truth behind everything.
Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. Gay, what's up? What's wrong? I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe.
No problem, really. I mean, I lie too, so can't help everything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor.
Well, even if he didn't have his honest testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf.
Yeah, I can't believe I was going to get fired during my first week as a detective. I love him. He's so precious. We have to protect him.
It won't be the last time, Gumshoe. It won't be the last time. Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me.
She did? Oh, what is it?
What was it Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship? Was...
The roll?
I think
or...
so.
I think it's the roll. The Swiss roll. They're so sweet. It's the courthouse special Swiss roll. Can I really have it?
You deserve it, Gumshoe. Yes, it's a present meant for you, after all.
Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right away, right now.
Sure, go ahead. The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay bought together, while the one Kay saved never reached her father. It would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy. It's as if he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him.
Woo! That was so good, pal. Can't believe I got to eat two of these delicious things in one day. I love Gumshoe. He's precious.
I love him too.
It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she?
He only noticed just now. Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him.
You bet. Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick by your side from now on, Miss Sedgwick, sir. Yeah!
Aw, and that's how we got our pet detective.
Yeah, that's how we got our pet detective.
Sense nothing but a more troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what happened to Papa! Also, Steel Samurai is on in 5 minutes. Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. And this is my fave CG in the whole game. Aw, I see why. It's...
Cute, I love it.
That's a good one. Wait, how do I...
Also, his hair looks like...
Wait, how do I...
His hair looks a little bit more brown than usual.
How do I... Oh, yeah, that's how we... That's how we do it. This is nice.
And don't you worry, I'll investigate the next case we're on real well.
I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Or maybe that's more of misused perfume. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. And the next one definitely would not come to a less disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe.
Aww.
After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. But I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now... Ah, we're right back here.
So, do you remember now?
Yes, I remember everything. I had a very lengthy flashback about it. Felt like it took 3 weeks. Okay, it's been a while.
Okay, you should grew up a lot. Well, of course, but thank goodness, I thought you two had totally forgotten about me. You know, I was really worried about you after all.
That's Gumshoe.
I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time?
Also, why are you the Yatagarasu now? I thought that lady who killed your dad was that.
Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. I lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back out here all that much. I just had a theory that she was kidnapped by you, and that's how she became the Yatagarasu. But we'll see.
It's like that one like Batman Beyond movie. What they did to Robin, what the Joker did. Remember that?
Oh my God, no, Joker Jr., no.
Yeah, that whole thing. So yeah, our timeline: 4, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3. Last scene of 4, 1, 5. That's not confusing at all.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're all right. So does that make all that? So does that all make sense now? You betcha it does.
Well, I mean, I still have some questions.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently.
Hold it. Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay.
Huh?
First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Calisto Yu, the woman who killed your father.
The real Yatagarasu was my father.
What? Huh? But I thought we... What? 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 ... Question mark?
Maybe Mr. Faraday was the yacht that... What the fuck? Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu?
I mean, I thought that first, but then when I thought they were disproving that, and now, but then why did she say she, and why did, and, huh? I don't...
He said I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. It was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure.
But that's impossible!
How does that look? You don't believe me?
It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now!
Alright then how do you explain this?
It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing.
Yep, that's Little Thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret.
And all this time, Batman turned out to be a sad little boy crying for mommy and daddy. It would be funny if it weren't so pathetic. Oh, what the hey, I'll laugh anyway. Yeah, thanks, Camelio Fandango. Okay,
And this little gizmo was used by my father. Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh? Yeah, my father really worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. Despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently.
Someone other than you?
Here, it's Edward. Take a look at this article.
Yatagarasu sends card to embassy. What? The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card?
Yeah, maybe this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Calisto you lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out.
What? But the Yatagarasu did send a little white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves.
As soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up, and I knew we couldn't just let it go.
Someone other than you? Well, no, it's presumably you, or else there's yet another one out there. Yeah.
So I searched you out, and so that I can obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
So you're saying that I have your father's and misused identities backwards?
Yep. Because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to retrieve the real noble, and I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal.
How could anyone possibly hate this girl? I don't understand. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you are plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Can't we just do one little crime as a treat?
You guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? Mr. Edgeworth. What I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman.
That evil woman. You mean Calisto, you? No, I mean April fucking May. What do you think? What?
It's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me?
Edgeworth, didn't you use fake credentials to appear in court as a defense attorney that one time? Yeah, didn't you? I mean, He didn't really fake them that hard, but, you know, come to think of it, I do believe I owe you.
Huh? Oh, for what?
When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I'm not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid.
Mean?
Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. Edgeworth, you're already gay. It's your time to do the other half of the saying. Do be gay, do crime! If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Edwards, sir. Isn't that great, Kay? Yeah, it sure is, Gummy.
Aww. Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. Ugh. What is with the chummy relationship? The emotional bond of the Swiss roll continues indefinitely. The great thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Burn Faraday, Calisto Yu, and Kay Faraday. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu. And the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. The end. Wow.
Damn.
And we did it. Turnabout reminiscence. The real Yatagarasu was Gumshoe all along! That would be a freaking twist, wouldn't it? We did it! Turnabout reminiscence. I honestly thought that this silhouette was going to be Gumshoe in his older coat. So it would be like a twist when it got colored in with his older colors, but yeah. Okay, suggestion, start the next case, just watch the opening. It's a fun tease about what's coming. Okay, what do you say?
Sure.
Alright! Well, let's see the opening of Turnabout Ablaze, shall we? Just a little sneak preview for next week. Episode 5, Turnabout Ablaze. 2 cards. One of the Black Raven, and one of the White Raven. A country torn in 2. One to the west, and one to the east. Also, we're in there somewhere, I guess. When those 2 which were split and made whole again. The truth will reveal itself. Next time, Edgeworth tries to solve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's the Yatagarasu! The Yatagarasu's here! You accursed Yatagarasu! K! You! 8 hours earlier. I was having a nice relaxing tea in my room when everything went to shit. Oh, I can't stop yet. It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. Especially after what a whirlwind the past few days have been. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol's agent's murder. The next day, I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at the Gatewaterland theme park. And later that night, the detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office, along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. Oh, so this is you should be able to stop now? Well, that's not how this game works. It's not letting me. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Well, at least I have today. All I ask is that I be allowed to spend it quietly.
Oh! Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm?
And suddenly the phrase "the fragility of dreams" comes to mind.
What are you talking about? Fragile dreams? Come on, let's go to the big Yatagarasu. Isn't gonna just find yourself, you know?
Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night by a fake. Can you just hit the menu button? I'm hitting the menu button and it's not happening. If the menu button isn't down in the right corner, I can't pause yet.
Say what? ...
Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far, and I've been spending most of those drinking tea. So I must insist that you be patient on this one K.
Today.
Croak, are you playing the game just to make sure that I'm not wrong about how this works?
Are you sure you aren't sleep talking to me right now?
I'm not. I mean, my eyes are closed, so who can say?
Anyway, I've got something much more important than that I want you to see.
Oh, and that is it a menu button?
Take a look at this.
Oh, the Mercurial News, evening edition. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. That's quite a bold declaration to send to an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that the newspaper would catch wind of this.
The card mentions is today.
Today, huh?
Come on, we gotta hurry. The embassy awaits.
I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating?
It's some really special country, and I never actually really filled down the details.
Look, there's only like 2 countries that we know of in this game, not counting whichever one we happen to be in now.
Where's all your energy? Why are you so lackadaisical today?
The caffeine from this tea hasn't kicked in yet. I'm not Kay, you're just too wound up.
Well, then you should get wound up too.
I know quite a lot about getting wound up.
Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman.
You mean Miss Yu? The woman who killed Kay's father burned Faraday 7 years ago. Calisto Yu. She claimed to be the great thief Yatagarasu, then disappeared from the courtroom.
She makes me so mad, the phony.
Yeah, well, being a phony is the worst thing she's done to you, clearly.
Everyone knows that the real Yatagarasu would never send someone like that a calling card. Until the company's underhanded dealings are made public. The target is always totally unaware that the Yatagarasu has paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yatagarasu so awesome!
And I'm definitely not biased about this. The Yatagarasu's card that's shown in this article looks to me as though it could be genuine.
See? That's the thing. Whoever it is, that person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yatagarasu.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know why on earth the game won't let you use the menu here, but I confirmed it's the same on mine. Yeah, they just don't let you do that until the opening is done, I guess.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, out the door you go!
Wait, did you read that last line?
If this isn't a clue that that woman's involved, then nothing is.
Okay. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. It's of a different color than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why.
Any reason why you were born a hole through the newspaper with your eyes?
No, no reason at all. Very well, seeing as how Miss Yu is also someone of a special nature to me, I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this.
Need come around.
Okay, now, March 14th, 5 p.m., Theaterum Neutralis. Oh, seriously, still? By the light of this night's glorious moon, we're ready! Ready to embark on our nightly outing! And this is where our tale begins! Okay, sure, of course Edgeworth's not letting me skip Steel Samurai. Okay, now we can go. Now we can go. It's Steel Samurai, Daddy! What? I will figure out what the deal with that is later! Okay. Yeah, we just saved. We don't, new items unlocked in the gallery. Ah, yes, of course, because we just finished the, we just finished that case. We get to see more people. Where are they? Oh yeah, here's Von Karma. Here's Franziska. So Edgeworth would know a thing or two about the Steel Samurai Daddy. I'm sure he literally does. Yeah, we have all the people. Judge, age question mark. Yeah, we're not gonna figure that out. But yeah, there we go. We well, that was Turnabout Reminiscence and the beginning of Turnabout Ablaze. Thoughts on that whole debacle?
I'm glad that we got to see Kay. I like Kay. She's really nice.
Yeah, Kay is really great, and I'm glad that she's in Edgeworth's life again. They make a nice pair. I'm not naming names, but there are some people that seem to really hate Kay for some reason, and after playing this game, I can't, for the life of me, understand any logical reason why that may be. She is just delightful, and yeah. Kay is fun and gets a lot of focus for Ablaze. That's great. I'm glad that we get to see more of her, and we're apparently gonna get to see more of the Steel Samurai, and whatever Steel Samurai Daddy is. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, for this. Next week, we will, try to further investigate the, mystery of the Yatagarasu. And Croak says, oh, by the way, Sky,
Apology. Well, yeah. What?
Oh no.
no, 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 no.
Oh no. Well, we'll find out what's up with that next time, maybe. Sky, anything you want to say before we go?
I'm gonna kill you, bro.
Okay, well, until then, we'll figure out more about this next week. And tomorrow's Spookbox is finally going to be playing Mega Man DOS. I'm sure you're all excited about that. And until next time, I'm Miss Jukebox 8.
And I'm Sky Cloudlord.
And